What's up, man? We back with another video, man. Before we get started, this is more of a serious video. I just want to give my condolences out to the passengers of the oceangate submarine. You know, they were on an expedition to see the Titanic, and unfortunately, it didn't end well. As you know, you've probably been hearing about it all over the internet. It's been everywhere. But I think it was 5 passengers. You know, they said it imploded and these guys lost their lives, man. And they said they had a countdown on the news about how much oxygen they had left. So either they ran out of oxygen, they got lost, and they died in there, and no one was able to control it, or it imploded. And they said most likely it imploded. But like I said, man, I want to give my condolences out. Super sad situation. I see a lot of people joking on the internet about it, and I just feel like it ain't really nothing to joke about. You know, the time on the internet, we can joke and laugh and have a good time, but at the same time, man, those are people, family members, uncles, brothers, grandfathers that lost their lives. So let's just give our prayers out for them and their family, and let's get a little bit more information about what had happened or whatnot, what's going on now. I think this video is kind of in the past. This is when they were still looking for them, but we're still gonna watch it and just get a little bit more information about the situation.
This is a CBS News special report. I'm Jerica Duncan. We're coming on the air with significant new information on the urgent and around-the-clock search for that missing submersible vessel in the Atlantic. I want to go straight to the news conference right now so we can get the latest information.
Everyone. Thank you for joining us today and over the past few days. This afternoon, Rear Admiral John Mauger will be providing an update on the most recent findings from ROV operations in search of the Titan submersible. He will provide a brief statement and provide the opportunity for questions after. Please limit your questions to 1 per outlet. Following the briefing, the Joint Information Center staff and I will be here to help you with any of your further needs. May I now please introduce Rear Admiral John Mauger.
This morning, an ROV, or remote operated vehicle, from the vessel Horizon Arctic discovered the tail cone of the Titan submersible approximately 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic on the seafloor. The ROV subsequently found additional debris. In consultation with experts from within the Unified Command, the debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber. Upon this determination...
Now, I don't want to be one of these conspiracy theory guys or whatnot, but do we get to see that you found the tail end of the oceangate submarine? Do we get to see some of this debris so we know for a fact this happened? Or are we just supposed to go off what we're told in the media?
We immediately notified the families. On behalf of the United States Coast Guard and the entire Unified Command, I offer my deepest condolences to the families. I can only imagine what this has been like for them, and I hope that this discovery provides some solace during this difficult time.
Sad, man. Super sad.
Additionally, we've been in close contact with the British and French consuls general to ensure that they are fully apprised and that their concerns are being addressed. The outpouring of support in this highly complex search operation has been robust and immensely appreciated. We are grateful for the rapid mobilization of experts on the undersea search and rescue, and we thank all of the agencies and personnel for their role in the response. We're also incredibly grateful for the full spectrum of international assistance that's been provided. The ROVs will remain on scene and continue to gather information. Again, our most heartfelt condolences go out to the loved ones of the crew.
Most people have
Oh,
no
man.
clue that in
Advertisements,
2023,
bro.
the best
That's why
way
you
to
get
make money
YouTube
on
Premium, bro.
Amazon is not.
We'll now take questions.
Can you talk about the delay in reporting the vessel missing and what impact that had on the search?
This was a incredibly complex case, and we're still working to develop the details for the timeline involved with this casualty and the response. And so we'll provide that information.
If it imploded, there probably is no bodies.
So this is
One thing people don't know, when something implodes, the inside, or something I heard that is as hot as the sun. So those bodies that were in there probably are just burnt to a crisp. So you're not gonna find any bodies. If that, that's the information I heard. I don't know if that's 110% correct, but that's just something I heard. But we're gonna keep
an
watching.
incredibly complex operating environment on the seafloor, over 2 miles beneath the surface. And so the remote operating vehicle has been searching, and it is highly capable. And we've been able to classify parts of the pressure chamber for the Titan submersible. Let me refer to one of my undersea experts here, Mr. Paul Hankin, to talk about the nature of some of the debris.
Thank you, Admiral. So essentially, we found 5 different major pieces of
He looking
debris
shaky,
that,
bro. Like he
told us
lying.
it was the remains of the Titan. The initial thing we found was the nose cone, which was outside of the pressure hull. We then found a large debris field. Within that large debris field, we found the front end bell of the pressure hull. That was the first indication that there was a catastrophic event. Shortly thereafter, we found a second smaller debris field. Within that debris field, we found the other end of the pressure hull, the aft end bell, which was basically comprised of the totality of that pressure vessel. We continue to map the debris field, and as the Admiral said, we will do the best we can to fully map out what's down there.
I don't mean to be insensitive, but this Hulu, HBO, Netflix documentary about to be fire. Fire, that fire.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
No lie, that fire.
What are the prospects of recovering the bodies of the missing?
So the questions was related. I'm restating the question from the standpoint of sometimes it's hard to hear the question here. What are the prospects for recovering crew members? And so this is a incredibly unforgiving environment down there on the seafloor. And the debris is consistent with a catastrophic implosion of the vessel. And so we'll continue to work and continue to search the area down there, but I don't have an answer for prospects at this time.
Admiral, it's Tom Costello at NBC News. Is there any suggestion? Any suggestion at all that the sub itself collided with the wreckage of Titanic, or that instead it might have imploded above the wreckage and then rained down nearby?
So the question was, is there any question as to whether or not the sub collided with the Titanic or whether it imploded above and debris field created from that? So the location of the Titan submersible was in an area that was approximately 1,600 feet from the wreck of the Titanic. I have an expert here that is familiar with that area and can talk about the debris field and what the debris field indicates in terms of where the casualty may have occurred.
Rear Admiral, really quickly, can you tell me when that massive fleet will be called back?
The expert voice is coming up to answer the question.
Thank you, Admiral. So the question is, where does the wreck lie in relation to the Titanic? I didn't hear the Admiral's answer. I think 1,600 feet. Was that correct, Admiral?
Yep, you got it.
So that's off the bow of Titanic. It's in an area where there is not any debris of Titanic. It is a smooth bottom. There, to my knowledge and anything I've seen, there's no Titanic wreckage in that area. And again, 200 plus meters from the bow, and consistent with the location of last communication for an implosion in the water column. And the size of the debris field is consistent with that implosion in the water column.
Thanks.
What would cause the implosion in terms of the timing here?
Like I was saying, man, why this advertisement going on, man? It's just crazy that first of all, people would pay $250,000 to go down there. But I guess if you got it, you know, it ain't tricking if you got it, as T.I. would say. But you know, it's just a crazy mission, crazy situation. And I've seen a lot of other creators and YouTubers say that they had a chance to go do this, and like Mr. Beast, and that they denied because they didn't want to do it because they didn't think it was safe. So, you know, they was able to, you know, skip the tragedy.
And I know it's early on, but is it your estimation that this happened right at the moment when they lost contact, an hour and 45 minutes after their descent?
So the question was about the timing of the catastrophic implosion. Right now, it is too early to tell with that. We know that as we've been prosecuting this search over the course of the last 72 hours and beyond, that we've had sonar buoys in the water nearly continuously and have not detected any catastrophic events when those sonar buoys have been in the water. So.
Can you describe what happens from here, sir, in the next days and weeks in terms of finding any more debris? What happens from here?
So we will, the question was, what happens from here? What's the next phase? And so right now, again,
what else is there to do?
Thoughts are with the families and making sure that they have an understanding as best as we can provide of what happened and begin to find some closure. In terms of the large process, we're going to continue to...
The dude that had him and his son paid $500,000 to do this, to go down there. $500,000. Like, it's insane.
To investigate the site of the debris field. And then I know that there's also a lot of questions about how, why, and when did this happen. And so, you know, those are questions that we will collect as much information as we can on now, while the governments are meeting and discussing, you know, what an investigation of this nature of a casualty might look like. This is something that happened, I'll just remind everybody, this is something that happened in a remote portion of the ocean with people from, you know, several different countries around the world. And so it is a complex case to work through, but I'm confident that those questions will begin to get answered.
In the UK, is there any suggestion that time factors, speed, anything could have prevented this or saved 5 people on board, or is this quite simply a catastrophic accident?
The question was there any suggestion that time factors may have played a role or a consideration in the casualty here? And so the debris field is consistent with a catastrophic implosion of the vessel. Again, while we were prosecuting the search, we had listening devices in the water throughout and did not hear any signs of catastrophic failure from those. And so we're going to continue to investigate, or we're going to continue to document the information there and understand, based on all the information we have, the timeline.
And you were listening to a news conference there with Rear Admiral John Mauger with the U.S. Coast Guard, confirming that those 5 people on that submersible have perished, saying that it was, quote, a catastrophic implosion. Also mentioning that the why, how, when did all of this happen is still unclear, but wanted to make sure the families of those 5 people you see on your screen right there were notified before they held this news conference. I want to go to Roxana Saberi, who is in Boston, has been there for several days covering this. A lot of people hoping for a miracle, but obviously...
Man, this is crazy. Once again, my condolences to the families and everybody that was impacted by the situation. And, you know, check the next video. Next video, we're going to watch how it was made in the inside of the Titanic vessel, or whatnot. Not the Titanic, the oceangate submarine. We're going to see the insides of that. But make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. More videos coming on the way. Thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace.